It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year 1 in Pittsburgh.
At one point, this guy was one of the top superstars in the entire league, and I don't think he's fallen as far from that as people want to imagine. This is still a winning quarterback in the NFL, and historically, what's been a very dynamic dual-threat approach in his game has turned to more of a passing style as he's gotten older. But if he puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen over the years, he's going to be a hard one to beat.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Wilson to throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll get forward to about the 42. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Russ. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
3rd and a yard. That's Washington, the man in motion. He'll try to run for it with Harris. And yes, that'll get it. 1st down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Van Jefferson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
You'd love to see the biggest jump of a young quarterback's career, Mike, being between year 1 and year 2. I mean, you think about what these young quarterbacks go through entering their rookie year. They have the entire pre-draft process, then the idea of being drafted and going to a new organization and learning what it means to play quarterback in the NFL. Well, in year 2, everything's not new. Everything's not a first experience. It allows them to just take a deep breath, play, develop, rely on what got you here. We see so many quarterbacks in year 2 really have their breakout campaigns and show, frankly, why they were the starter to begin with in their rookie year.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his man. That's down. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. They can't imagine that a defensive coordinator would say, hey, we're just going to have one guy defend you all by himself. And after that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, Richardson. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll try to run for it. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. He'll take off again. And the Colts are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Another run here with Harris. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On third down, here's Harris. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll give it to Harris again. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the sideline and caught by Pickens. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Steelers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Colts 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Here's Richardson. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, and they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll tuck it and take off. Richardson gonna hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a 1st down. A gain there of 13 yards.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final 2nd now of this 1st half as this one is away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Now an opening past the 30. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the 2nd half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Nothing real fancy on that one, just a defensive lineman winning his one-on-one matchup. He beats the offensive lineman, gets to the quarterback, and brings him down for a sack.
So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. George Pickens and the Steelers offense heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll let this go for Pickens. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. Richardson to throw. That one into the hands of Downs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. Third down, 3 to go. Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing, Richardson. He pulls it in around the 5. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1. On 2nd and goal. From the gun, Richardson. And he will score! Game on! Anthony Richardson, touchdown, Indy. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So here we go. Colts trying to get a little bit closer. They'll go for 2 now.
The Colts will line up for
To throw, it's Richardson. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Austin now to return this. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Harris. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And back deep it is Josh Downs. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Richardson going to look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They gain 18 yards on that one. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Throwing is Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. 11 yards for number 11 and a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
The defense trying to come up with a stop on third down and not. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. And will stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Richardson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Here comes second down. Taylor. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. Here's Taylor.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
For the Colts field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.